To a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will...
Castellanos! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Due with the short one. Has to go back here. Everton have the chance to go the other way. Now this could be a chance. Mikolenko. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Kilman. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Garner. McNeil. Dewsbury Hall. And Garner. Now it's Beto. And it's made its way to him. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's McNeil. Here comes the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's McNeil. McNeil really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
This looks promising. And he thumps it clear. That's a throw. Tarkowski. Oh, can he get onto this? So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Mikolenko. Everton are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
Now it's Castellanos. That's been slipped through. Bowen is onto this. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's going for goal! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Wan-Bissaka. Orford. Under an awful lot of pressure. And here's Castellanos.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's decided to go for it. Branthwaite can clear it away. And he's had it nicked away. Aimed beyond the defence.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
O'Brien. And it's Dewsbury Hall. Now it's Gay. Castellanos. That's really well manoeuvred. And he's taking no chances there. McNeil. Castellanos running with intent. Juve has the space to scheme. Idrissa Gay. So a temporary halt to the action. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second. He's having a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Castellanos is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. He's in a great position here. He's on it, and the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Orford clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Good ball, good take. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Beto. Everton couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And here's Castellanos. Goes for a shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Garner. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. He's having a pop! No, he's missed it.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Orford. Now it's Castellanos. Plays a sharp little ball here. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Gay. And he's picked it up out wide. McNeil crosses it in. Areola deals with that nice and simple. Wan-Bissaka. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Dewsbury Hall. Now it's McNeil. Turns back here, probably the best option. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Bowen demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Number 20.
West Ham have fired themselves in front.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's there to belt it away. Everton have it back and can go again. Quality ball. That's a sharp pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Wan-Bissaka ventures forward. Here's Bowen. Oh, important interception. Kilman promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Bowen. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Beto is onto it in a flash.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's made its way to him. Great chance! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
West Ham are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Number 61.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Can he get on the end of this? Bowen. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Idrissa Gueye. And Garner. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he cuts out the supply. Beto is herring after that one. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And he was quick to react. Now this could be a chance. Driving forward. And that has put paid to that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just 5 minutes left. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Bowen. Now it's Somerville. A reprieve for the time being. Grealish. Good running, strong and purposeful. Great vision. Castellanos in acres of space out wide. And that is as far as it goes. West Ham can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient